welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last episode, making an EVA foam Bison axe part 1, you saw us knock out the whole top end of this thing. The double bull faces and the cool double blade with the awesome taper on here. A lot of edges. You saw again how we layered it up first and then cut it out to reveal what we had. Real easy, just be careful, line stuff up, take your time, and you should be gold. Alright, so now in this episode, making an EVA foam Bison axe part 2, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to get the whole handle built, we're going to shape this cap at the end, and then we're going to seal it and we're going to paint it. And easy paint job. We're going to come in here with spraying it with some steel effect. Then we're going to come in with a brush. A lot of brush work, a lot of cutting in using just the flat square edge of our brush, but totally easy. And then we're going to do a little templating here for this logo on the handle. It can be a pain in the butt a little bit sometimes, but if you're careful, you can do it. Alright, so if you're ready to hit it, let's make something. Alright, now we're going to begin doing the knob at the bottom end of our handle. So we've got a couple pieces here, a 36mm, which is 1.5 inches, and a 12mm, which is 1/2. And that's going to make up the thickness we want. And then we have a 10mm and a 12mm. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to knock this out on the bandsaw, or I'm sorry, on the scroll saw real quick. Alright, there's our 10mm piece cut out. Now this is ready. We are going to drop it down. Alright, now we're going to take this little 12mm piece and we're going to cut it out with an X-Acto knife. Alright, and then we're going to Dremel the heck out of it. So it doesn't have to be totally perfect, the cut. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to Dremel the heck out of this thing, alright? So let's go ahead and get ready. We're going to Dremel all the way to that line right there, alright? We've got it pretty rounded off right to that ring that we drew on there. We're going to go over to the scroll saw. We're going to cut this one on an angle. What we're going to do first, though, before we do that, is we're going to cut this completely out first. Then we'll do our second cut to get the beveled edge. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright, now we're going to be doing a beveled cut on here, so we're going to have to make a mark around our piece. Alright, there we go. There's our mark. Alright, there we go. We've got a slight bevel. Alright, we're going to come in with our 220 sanding stick. Alright, there we go. Alright, we've got both of our pieces stuck down to our little end of our handle. We took our 18mm dowel and we cut it off. So it's going to just attach right to the end like this. And then it's going to come in and it's going to attach right to the bottom of this like so. Really cool. Give it a minute. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now, this is going to come in and attach right onto here. But I think what we're going to do, just for a little bit of extra stability, is we're going to put a little dowel in there. Alright, and we made some marks on this dowel. Okay, this is a tiny little 1/4 inch dowel. And what we did was we made a mark about the length of our drill bit, and then another mark the same distance, okay? That way we know this is gonna go into the handle right to there, and then this is gonna go up into the head of the piece right to there. All right, so let's go knock this off on the bandsaw real quick. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now we gotta make a couple marks so we know we're drilling right in the center. All right, there we go. We made our 4 dots. And now let's get our line down right through the center. All right, now we know that's roughly the center of our piece. All right, there we go. There's our center on the bottom of the head of our axe. All right, so we're gonna come in, and we've got a drill bit that's a little bit smaller than the dowel because we want it to be tight. All right, and we're gonna come in here. Spin it around as we're going in. That way we're gonna coat the inside of the cavity. And there's junk off of there. Let's get it off just like that. All right, there we go. Give it a minute. We are going to put a little bit of contact cement. There we go. All right, nice. That is tight. All right, look at that. Okay, now what we did was this. We let the contact cement dry on here and here so that you know when it goes together it's gonna stick. But the reason we put contact cement on the wood dowel is that cement is wet. Now it's wet around the dowel and around the cavity, and the moisture content in there will evaporate in a few minutes and it will stick together as well. So not only is this stuck to that, but inside is going to be stuck as well. So not that we needed that crazy kind of strength, but we did it anyway. Wow. Sweet. That is cool, man. Wow. All right. So one more little tiny detail. All right, we're going to come in here and we are going to make a line right here and right there straight up. All right, so let me show you what we're going to do. Really simple. We've done this before. We did it right here. We're going to do the same thing. All right, we're going to come in with our X-Acto knife. We're going to make a cut, stop, then we're going to make a cut from that edge right there. All right, now we're going to heat up our heat gun. All right, now what this is going to do is this is going to open that crease just like it did here. All right, there we go. Dig it. Nice little creases there for the eyes. So we've got the creases for the eyes and the creases for the mouth. All right, well, everything turned out great, but we noticed we kind of messed up. This is where we were supposed to cut our handle. The handle's not supposed to be this long. We could totally leave it that way, but we're gonna go ahead and make the adjustment. So we have about 1.75 inches that we were off. So if we came in here and we did 1.75 inches right there. All right, so we're gonna cut our handle off right above this collar right here and right here. And then we're just gonna take this and we're gonna slide it up. All right, we're gonna do that on the bandsaw real quick. All right, there we go. Simple fix. Now we're just... All right, give it a minute. All right. Perfectly centered. There we go. Even amount of space around the whole handle. Oh, that's much better. Much, much better. All right. All right, that about does it. After that last little handle-ectomy, That brings the build portion of our Bison axe to a close. All right, here we are out at the spray stand. We're gonna spray our Bison axe with our plastidip. And you know what we always say, even if you're outside in a well-ventilated area, do not spray without your respirator. All right, there we go. Got a few layers on here. It's already drying pretty good. It dries pretty fast. We're gonna go ahead and leave it alone. Let it dry completely all the way through, then we're gonna paint it. All right, we're out at the spray stand. We're gonna spray our Bison axe with our aluminum. And you know what we always say, even if you're outside in a well-ventilated area, do not spray without your respirator. All right, there we go. We've got our aluminum sprayed on here on both sides. Check that out. We've got it down here on the handle, and we've got it on the horns and the blades, and that is super shiny. So what we're gonna probably be doing, we like this tone, but it's a little bit shiny. So we're gonna probably come in after it dries with our matte finish, and we're gonna coat this silver with the matte finish just to tone it down a little bit. And we'll move on from there. Nice. All right, there we go. We covered this with some matte finish varnish, and I'm not feeling this, man. It took all the metal feel off of this. Now it just looks like we sprayed it with a flat gray. So we are gonna have to recover this, all right? We're gonna respray it again because we need to get some of that metallic look back. This took too much away. It just looks like flat gray paint. All right, we're gonna repaint it. All right, there we go. Got a little bit of our metallic look back, but not too much. And the reason is we scrapped the aluminum and we came back in with our old friend, flat antique nickel. That's right. Flat antique nickel is the bomb. Look at that. It gives it a metal look. Definitely metallic. It's got a shine to it, but it's not that crazy, insane aluminum foil over the top business. There we go. Feeling good. All right, there's another example of how if you gamble and you paint and you don't like it, let it dry, repaint it. All right, there we go. Let's let it dry before we start coming in and getting our black in there. All right, we're coming in with our satin black. All right, we're going to come in and we're going to begin brushing. We don't really have to tape anything off. We're going to come in and we're going to go right up against our edge, and we're going to use the square edge of our brush. Okay, just like that. See that? We're just going to cut in. All right, that's it. Now we're just going to take our time. We're going to cut in all the way around our areas, right in here and up in here. Super easy. All right, now just keep going. Take your time cutting in near the silver areas and then just fill in the rest. All right, there we go. We trimmed it all around our silver everywhere. Really nice. A couple tiny little specks we touched on the silver, but we can touch that up. All right, now we're going to come into the handle. And real simple, we're just going to coat the handle now. We don't have to be very careful there because there's nowhere we have to trim in at. All right, there we go. Not hard, really simple because we've got kind of some really big thick pieces here, so it's easy to cut in around it. And that's about it. We just cut in around all of our areas. Just completed our handle. We're in really good shape. We've got a couple little tiny spots that we hit with the black on the silver, but we'll go in and we'll touch that up right here. See that? Just a little spot. And I think that's about it. Two little tiny spots right here, but we'll touch that up with silver. All right, there you go. Let's leave this alone. Let's let it dry, and then we'll touch up those couple black spots. All right, we're coming in with our silver to touch up those couple of spots. We don't hit that. And here is the other big spot right there. All right, there we go. That's it. A couple little spots touched up. All right. All right, here we go. We are going to make a template for our gold details. We've got it down. Looks like we've got it pretty tight. Let's get a little bit of gold ready and our sponge brush. We got one layer down. We're going to get it by the fan and try to dry it really quick. All right, there we go. All right, we've got a little bit of seep through there where our tape wasn't down tight, but it's okay because we'll go back in when it dries and we'll clean up the edges. We'll come in with the square edge of our brush and we'll clean up the edges with black, and it's going to look really tight. All right, we're going to come back in with our black. Use the square edge of our brush, just like that. Nice clean edge. Let's spin it around. All right, now that's the gamble that you take when you try to do a template that you cut out of tape. Sometimes the edges don't completely go down, or the tape is acting finicky and it doesn't stick tight for you, and then the next thing you know, you're doing this. You're cleaning it up. Just come in with the square edge of your brush, touch it up, and it's nice and clean now. All right, now we're gonna let this dry, and we're gonna, all right, let's try it, see what we get. All right, now we're gonna come in using our skinny tape, and we're going to put a here we go. All right, let's get it in front of the fan. See if we can dry it up real quick. All right, there we go. Holy cow, man, that is a mess. Man, this tape is just not cooperating with us, man. We got gold all over the dang place, but it's okay. We'll let it dry, and then we'll come in with the square edge of our brush and we'll clean it up and it'll be tight. All right, now we're gonna come in and we're gonna touch up the gold that got all over the place. There we go. Getting a nice sharp edge there. Now we're going to come down this side where we see some little raggedy edges right there. You panic at first when you see how bad it looked when you take the tape off, but then when you come back in and take your time and clean it up. All right, there we go. Check that out, man. That handle graphic looks great now. We cleaned it up with our square edge of our brush. It looks like it went down perfect. All right, that's a good lesson in how if you mess up, chill, paint over it, clean it up, and you'll be good. All right, there we go. Simple paint job. We sprayed the whole thing. Came in and gambled with some matte finish varnish and wrecked it. Took all the metallic feel out of the paint. So we went back in, got our old friend flat antique nickel, resprayed the silver parts, and then we just went in with the brush and we cut in all the way around, filled it in, and then masked off our gold pieces. Did a little repair work there, and that's it, man. That thing's rocking. Look at that. That is really cool. All right. So with that last detail on the handle, that brings our Bison axe build to a close. Bingo! There it was. Nice and easy. You saw us finish off the handle, really easy stuff. Shaping the cap, really easy. And then you saw the paint job. You saw us kind of mess up a little bit after we painted it with our aluminum. And then we came in with a matte finish sealer and it wrecked it. Took all the metallic shine out of it and made it look like it was just painted with gray metal and it was kind of lame. So we salvaged it by coming back in with the hero of all heroes of the paint world. The flat antique nickel, which I love, because it's metallic, but it's not too crazy. Looks good. And then we came in, you saw us use the brush and cut in all over the place with the black. Really simple stuff. And then you saw a little bit of mayhem as well with the logo. How our tape just wasn't cooperating, and the paint bled underneath it really bad. But easy fix too. You saw how easy it was to fix, and it looks perfect. Totally cool. Love this thing, man. Alright, so that concludes making an EVA foam Bison Axe Part 2. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're going to go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time.